各位傳媒朋友早晨啊
Friends of the media, good morning. Welcome to the media session. First, I'll invite the Chief Executive to speak. Good morning. I announce that the 2025 policy address will be delivered in September. As for the public consultation sessions, they will start from next Monday, the 16th of June. This year, I'm advancing the delivery of the policy address to September because at the end of this year, there will be the Legislative Council general election. The Legislative Council session term will end early. So I will advance the consultation sessions on the policy address because I take very seriously the communication and interaction among the executive, the legislature, and the public. And also, I need to have sufficient time to listen to the views of the public and different sectors. In the past 3 years, since I took up office, I've worked hard to change the culture of the government. I promoted the result-oriented approach. I pressed ahead with various tasks, and I took the initiative to take up various tasks, and I and my team have been willing to listen to the views of the public so that our policies are more in line with the needs of the public. Last year, when I delivered the third policy address, I announced over 60 policy initiatives in various fields. This is to take further my reforms, and various measures are now pressing ahead. And as we seek and embrace changes, we also want to further enhance the elements that make Hong Kong successful. We have seen unprecedented changes in a century, and then there are complex geopolitical developments, and there is also protectionism and unilateralism. Trade rules, trade order is disrupted, and Hong Kong faces various challenges. But then where there are challenges, there are opportunities. Opportunities always prevail over challenges. Under one country, two systems, Hong Kong enjoys opportunities both coming from the country and from around the world. And then the continuous development of the country presents the largest opportunity for Hong Kong. It also also supports our development staunchly. Now, we expect GDP growth of 2 to 3% this year. And Hong Kong is also entering an economic transition stage. Some sectors are performing well, others are facing challenges. The government and different sectors must seek and embrace changes. We need to innovate and look for new growth points, and then we need to open up new markets, and then we need to deepen our international cooperation. And we have to expand regional cooperation, and then we must work full steam ahead to promote economic development and improve people's livelihood. I and my team will attend over 40 online and physical public consultation sessions. There will also be the 2 district consultation sessions. I will seek views from different parties, political parties, local organizations, different sectors of the community, and so on. And we will go to listen to the views of different walks of life in the community. 3 weeks later, on the 1st of July, that's the 20th anniversary of the reunification of Hong Kong SAR with the country. There will be over 100 celebration activities across the 18 districts. There will be flag raising ceremonies, drill, parade performance, and then carnivals, ball games, and so on. Then the government and different sectors will also offer various concessions and discounts so that the public can celebrate the anniversary. There will be, first of all, public transport concessions. On the 1st of July, the MTRCL will sent out 71,000 electronic MTR tickets by lucky draw, and those who win in the draw will be able to take a trip of their choice, a free trip of their choice, and then for those aged 3 to 11 or above 60, they will enjoy half fare concession. And then on the 1st of July, the public can take free ferry rides on the Star Ferry between Central Wan Chai and Tsim Sha Tsui. There are also 11 new ferry routes New World ferry routes that the public could take for free. And then many government venues will be free of charge, and then Ocean Park also free admission, and then the Space Museum, Science Museum, the permanent exhibitions there, and then the Hong Kong Wetland and West Kowloon Cultural District, the M+ Museum, and the Palace Museum, all the thematic exhibitions and so on. On the 1st of July, there will be free admission to all these facilities. And then the Ocean Park will also offer concessionary adult admission. Now, if 2 persons go to the Ocean Park, there will be 20% discount. 3 to 4 persons, 30% discount. On the 1st of July, at the Ongping 360, there will be 82% discount for tickets and so on. And then there will also be the discounts in the retail and catering sector. The catering sector, there are over 1,000 restaurants and shops that will offer special menus and discounts. The 4 markets under the FHD, Tong Yat Market, Ebony Market, Lai Wan Market, and Tin Mok Market, and then the housing authority malls such as the Domain Mall, in Yau Tong, they will also give out gifts. And if the public buy products from the fish marketing organization on their app, there will be a discount. And then there will be double green dollar awards at community stations. Then at different shopping malls, department stores, and Chinese product emporiums, and then cyberports and so on, there will be a series of shopping, catering, and parking discounts. From the end of June to August, the Hong Kong Tourism Board will work with many shop operators to offer discounts at tourism attractions and shopping discounts. The government will announce the various details later on today. The relevant departments and organizations will also update the relevant information. And I thank the various sectors for offering all these discounts and concessions so the public could celebrate the anniversary. And I hope more organizations join in this campaign so that we could all celebrate this anniversary, this important anniversary. Thank you.
The floor is now open. If you want to ask questions, please raise your hand. When you're called, please introduce the media outlet you represent and ask not more than 2 questions. In the middle, this reporter. Chief Executive, good morning. I'm from Hong Kong 01. About the new food license application requirements, that is, the license may be revoked if any act endangering national security is involved. Is it an attempt to target yellow shops? And is it like Mr. Ronnie Tong said that the license will be revoked if you swear at the national leader? And what about at Oil Hong Kong or some irony? And Mr. Xia Baolong will pay a visit to Hong Kong this month. Do you know exactly how many days he will stay, and what's the purpose? Is it related to encouraging reform, especially Northern Metropolis development? Now, in relation to processing FEHD's food business license applications, new licensing condition relating to national security will be introduced to prevent acts that may prejudice national security. This is for the government to fulfill the responsibility of ensuring national security. It is our obligation. According to the Constitution of the People's Republic of China, every citizen is obliged to ensure national security. And as the special administrative region of our country, we are also obliged to ensure national security. The executive, according to the Hong Kong National Security Law, also has the responsibility of ensuring national security. According to the ordinance, especially Section 8 of the ordinance, Article 8, it provides that any person delegated to fulfill any function by the laws of the Hong Kong SAR must put national security as the primary factor for consideration in making any decision when fulfilling this function. In other words, the FEHD abides by Article 8 of the Hong Kong National Security Law. And in other words, officers of the FEHD must put national security as the top priority in considering any decision and fulfilling any function. And that is why the licensing condition to be introduced to new food business license has been clearly explained. In processing these new applications, the FEHD will act in accordance with the law. And likewise, in relation to hiring venues and the issuing of permits and licenses, the same will apply. And that includes the stalls for New Year market fairs as well as other public entertainment venues. National security is of paramount importance. It is the basis of development, and we will continue to improve our laws and mechanisms to ensure national safety and national security. As for the offending act, the condition clearly provides that it involves any act or activity engaged or involved by the person which may constitute or cause the occurrence of an offense endangering national security. So it's very clear. Now, in relation to Mr. Xia Bolong, Director of the Hong Kong Macau Affairs Office of the State Councils, he is very concerned about the affairs of Hong Kong. He also attaches great importance to getting a clear understanding of the situation in Hong Kong. So he had paid two visits to Hong Kong, including one in 2023 and the other in 2024. On each occasion, I accompanied Mr. Xia in getting into the local community and meeting with different citizens and local representatives. These visits are well received. Mr. Xia indicated that through talking to different representatives and the local community, he can better tap the pulse and seek the views of our community on the development of Hong Kong. Mr. Xia is very concerned about Hong Kong, and any news relating to Mr. Xia's itinerary in Hong Kong will be released as quickly as possible. So by then you have an idea about his visit. Next, this reporter in black in the middle.
From RTHK. So you have chaired a senior meeting and instructed officials to follow up on in response to the freshwater supply at two housing estate in Fanling. What do you think the government can learn from this incident, and are there any areas that should be improved on? And secondly, with Aristo Sham being the first Hong Kong-born pianist to win the Van Cliburn International Piano Competition, what does it mean? What does his win mean, in your opinion? And are there any plans to take this opportunity, perhaps, to review support to the industry? Thank you.
Well, in dealing with water matters, we have to ensure not just it is safe to drink, but also people drink it with their mind at ease. I'm highly concerned about the water matter in Queen's Hill Estate and Shanghai Court, and that is why I held a meeting and gave 4 directions and 10 actions to the relevant bureaus and departments to implement. I repeat the 4 directions. Trace the source. Set up an expert group to assist in the tracing. To immediately install and strengthen the filtration facilities in each and every building in Queen's Hill Estate and Shanghai Court, and to speed up the work. In regard to the 10 actions, I don't want to repeat here because they have been well announced. And I've also asked the Deputy Financial Secretary, Michael Wong, to oversee the implementation. I see the 10 specific tasks are being implemented fast and immediately. During the past weekend, colleagues deployed additional manpower on site to speed up the work progress. The latest progress of key areas have received positive feedback from residents. For example, we have visited a lot of households who have previously made complaints about the water quality. And from them, and from the sample water we've collected, they've indicated that they no longer see any particles in the water, and they find the water clean, and they feel at ease to drink the water. We have also enhanced manpower at district level to talk to people who may still have problems. And this includes government officials, care teams, district council members, and the different representatives who are willing to join the government team to visit households and also talk to the different people to address their concerns. And I'm glad to hear that they have been receiving positive feedback, that those who previously had complained about the particles, they have reported they no longer see those particles. There may be 1 or 2 households still reports they see particles, but after flushing and after some work to the tap and also flushing the water meter, there is very clear improvement. We'll continue to work. Experience suggests that some particles of residue may remain in the pipes after entering into the building. In other words, in the same building, we're seeing a lot of households saying the water is clean. They don't see any particles anymore. But there may be 1 or 2 still see some small particles. So these particles stay in internal pipes, probably within the households, or probably within the taps or the water meter. police, government colleagues are working hard to do all they can to continue to flush the pipes, flush the tap, flush the water meter, and I advise residents they can do the same. But we'll do our best. And what is also very important is the good dissemination of information. And we have published the results every day on the website and also post the notice at the entrance of all buildings. I think the experience that colleagues have learned from this incident is response should be fast. We should understand the feelings of residents in water concerns to ensure that it's not just safe, but when they drink the water, their mind is at ease. Colleagues, of course, focuses on the technical side of ensuring water is safe. I think everybody in handling this matter knows that we should, at the same time, address residents' mind at ease when they deal with water problem. And I've also instructed water department to replace the pipes which are the source of the particles. They're working hard on it, and thanks for the support and advice of the expert team which has been formed. They are more or less formulating the plan to replace the pipes which are the source of the problem ASAP, and Water Department will submit the plan to Development Bureau ASAP. As regards the very good news of Aristotle Sham having won the Van Caliburn International Piano Competition, which is one of the highest level of piano competition. And Mr. Aristotle Sham, being born in Hong Kong, we are so proud of him, and we are so glad that he has won the competition. I think every Hong Kong resident feel proud of this excellent result. And of course, if Aristotle will find time to make a field performance in Hong Kong, it will really get us even more excited. And we see if that will happen, but we'll work hard to see whether we can make it happen. But I'm very glad that overall, the performances of a lot of artists from Hong Kong are doing well in different areas. And this is seen in a lot of good results they have achieved. The present mechanism for the government to support performers in this field of art is through the Arts Development Council. And they will be looking closely at the needs, the strengths and opportunities for different areas of art so as to develop talents, to develop the overall performances of those who are interested in different areas. There is an expert group actually in the Arts Development Council to look at the overall situation and the different areas, strengths and potentials, to examine how assistance, support, including donations or subsidies in the area of developing different arts. So the mechanism is there, and we'll continue to make good use of Arts Development Council to help artists in different areas to achieve their goals and realize their dreams. Thank you.
好，仲有提問
Last question. The gentleman in the last row. I'm from Now TV. On the policy address, what will be the focus of the policy address this year? How will it be different than those in previous years? Now, in the past year, you have set over 130 KPIs. What's the progress? Have they all been completed? And in the new policy address, is there a chance that you may again remind a certain principal official to speed up his or her work? And then on taxi license, some have suggested if the government is willing to buy back the taxi licenses at the cost of $5 million each, and they will resolve all the disputes. So will you do that? Now, on the policy address, I will set targets each year, and different departments have met the KPIs that I've set. I also keep reviewing the progress of the work of different departments in relation to the KPIs that I have set. Now, when I announce the policy address, I will report to you on the progress. And at the moment, departments are able to meet the KPIs. Now, I have said repeatedly that the policy objective of the government now is to strive for economic development and improve people's livelihood. And so that will be the focus of the policy address too. And then so in the policy address, we will consider the advantages we have and see how we could strengthen them, at the same time how we could seize upon opportunities and also address risks. Now, since I took up, I have been pursuing reforms in different areas, and I'm working to deepen these reforms. And on consultation, I welcome views from anyone to in the respective field, because the policy address covers issues of concern to the public. So that's why I like to listen to views from all different sectors. So I want to hear views comprehensively. Now, the public don't need to consider what themes I will have for the policy address. They just need to tell me what they think, and it's because I'm interested in listening to their views and their demands. And then there will be 2 district consultation sessions. And so I will listen to the views of the public in these 2 sessions. And in the past, there have been good exchanges and interaction. Now, the whole team is more than willing to listen to different views. On taxis, yes, I've noted the reference report. Now, if we are to use public money, we need to be extremely cautious. The public are not happy with the taxi services. There are different views and different comments, so the taxi trade must take those seriously. The taxi licenses give taxi operators the right to operate taxis, and then taxis can use taxi stands that are specifically for their use. And then taxis could also reach certain closed areas to pick up passengers. And they could also pick up passengers anywhere when the taxis are held. So these are the privileges granted to taxis under the relevant taxi licenses, and that's why there's a certain return for taxi licenses, and then taxi operators have been making profit over a prolonged period with taxi licenses. Now there's room to improve taxi service, so and taxis need to remain, but then online ride-hailing apps are now a global trend. In some cities and places, there is good development of this service, And I believe this is a trend we cannot reverse. That's why the government is considering law or a legal framework to regulate online ride-hailing apps and platforms, so that we could regulate point-to-point passenger carrying service and taxi service. At the same time, we'll ensure the safety of passengers. At the same time, we want to encourage better development of taxis, in particular, the development of platforms for taxi fleets to improve taxi fleet management and, in turn, enhance taxi service. The law will state specifically what sort of point-to-point passenger carrying service will be considered illegal. Now, the Transport and Logistics Bureau is working hard and studying all details in relation to the legal framework, and then the details will eventually be announced, and I hope that by then the public and the Legislative Council will debate all these issues fully, so that we could come up with a proper regulatory framework for online ride-hailing platforms and services, so that for both taxi service or point-to-point passenger carrying services, they will be operated in a lawful manner that offers full protection to passengers. Thank you. That's the end of the media session. Thank you.